Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio in Broomfield, Colorado. I am an energy healer and I do this weekly where I come on and give you guys basically heads up for the week. What's the forecast according to the Oracle cards? Using the Yantra deck today. And for your personal readings, I'm going to use the Cosmic Cat. Okay, so how you get a reading is you type me please in the comments and I will say the name as it appears there. I kind of try to leave last names out, so I'll say first name and your last initial, so you can listen and see if it's for you. But if any card actually resonates with you, it probably is for you. The guides like to bring things up over and over. And in fact, if we start to have three cards in a row, that means that we are actually hitting that message that's for the collective. And I'll remind us what those are at the end. Okay, let's see. Couple of helpers here. I have pulled out the Midnight Indigo spray from Amanda Ellis. This is light in the dark spray. This is when you're feeling just like I need some light because things are feeling really, really heavy. So using that, and also I'm pulling out my own golden elliptical calcite. Well, technically it's in the shop. It's got a little oakenite on it, which looks like moss. But this is basically like clearing the path and being detached from outcomes so that you can kind of be in the highest path possible. Because sometimes we don't always know what our highest path is, right? We think we do, but we normally do what we did. And so then you get the same thing over and over, right? Um, Couple of announcements there. We're still having animal communication readings. There's a new moon uh, ritual coming up next Friday. This new moon is going to be helping us with judgmental approaches, feeling like an outsider, overthinking, feeling helpless. There is a home participation option. If you want to attend via Zoom, we just need to know at the beginning of the week so we can get you a kit of all the little goodies we put inside of the jar that we create together. And guides the group the guides group where I read with the guides in a group, that's coming up in 2 weeks, so there's still space in that as well. All right, let's get started here. Okay, you starting with the Yantra deck. Okay, so the week starts off mind meditation card sideways. This is basically saying lots and lots of mind stuff, lots of things on our minds, lots of things we're trying to get done, lots of kind of confusion though, because it is sideways. It's not clear. It's saying we're not necessarily making complete sense to ourselves and each other right now why we're doing what we're doing. This is the helper card. Pause before action. Okay. So action being sideways is like, hold on just a second. Be with what is before you try to change it or make it something else. Stop for just a minute. Maybe the next step is not here yet. Okay. So just take a minute. Okay. And intention sideways is how we end the week. So something about this week is that we're not actually being very clear about what we're doing and why we're doing it. And this week is being asked to like stop for a second, put a pause on it. Let's make some clear, mindful decisions. Okay, so this week, just be careful not to take too much um, impulsive action. Okay, all right. Let's pull out the Cosmic Cats. Now, this is how you can get a card if you're watching later, which, hi, thanks for watching later. And this is how you can get a card if you're watching live. This is your first personal card, okay? So you're going to see what resonates with you, 1, 2, 3. If you're watching, you guys, thank you for watching. If you want a card, you have to just type me, please, in the comments. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So just feel in. What feels like the number for you this week? All right, if you picked 1, you're working with entitlement energy, okay? Check your prima donna. What do you feel entitled to and why? And is that really serving you? And if keep in mind too, that whole mindfulness activity that we're talking about, you want to just be very mindful about what you're doing and why, okay? If you picked 2, you're going to be working with expectations and expecting the best. It's got a little fish there. He's expecting the best. So for you, if you picked 2, go ahead and expect the best with a little of the golden opalite calcite to help make sure that you're clearing the attachments to what the best might actually be. If you picked 3, it's time to speak the truth this week. Okay, I carry this flower essence line called Lotus Way, and there is an essence called Truth Teller. I totally love it. If you have to have difficult conversations, it's good stuff. Okay, so there we go, you guys. Let's get going with the week. So at the beginning of this, I've got Stephanie R. Okay, with a couple of hearts. Stephanie, you're working with wholeness this week, okay? Become all that you are. See all sides of yourself. Look in the mirror. Be willing to really give yourself clarity. And with that mindfulness card that we're getting, give yourself a minute to just really pay attention to the fact that you're not necessarily seeing yourself in the best light. And now is time to do that, okay? Kimberly S. Okay, Kimberly S., you're going to be working with reward. Oh, the little mouse. Paw it forward. Okay, so if you're feeling like life's going okay and it's, really feeling good, then it might be time to give more, like give energy towards what causes you want to see stick around, what things you want to see grow. Okay, so being generous in spirit this week for you. Diane S., you're working with tolerance this week, okay? So sitting with it, not necessarily judging it or trying to tell somebody how to be. Sometimes we are on top of each other and we just have to kind of just pause before we attack each other, if that makes sense. All right. Burnout proof leaders. You are going to be working with aloof. Seek non-attachment. The little golden oblate calcite. Okay, so it seems like that's kind of the theme this week, you guys. It's like non-attachment. Don't be attached. Let's see what else is happening. All right, Blossoming Lotus and Shannon. Blossoming Lotus. Vanity. It's all about meow. Okay, so be in awareness right now. The guides are not necessarily saying it's a bad thing, but they are saying, like, just kind of notice what maybe you're thinking about or being absorbed in that maybe doesn't serve you to be attached to. Okay, especially if you're worried about what other people think or what other people are saying about you. Let it go. Shannon. Ooh, you get to indulge. Permission to pamper. Okay, so you get to go have some time to take care of yourself, to pamper yourself. It's great that you can, do things for others, but don't forget, sometimes life is just about pleasure. Okay? All right, seriously wonderful one. You're working with watchers, being your own witness. Okay? So just this week, kind of with that action card that we got with the Yantra deck, pause, don't take action yet, okay? Maybe there's something here that needs you to notice and see first, and maybe do pay attention, kind of standing back a little bit, okay? All right, I want to remind you guys to go ahead and type me, please, if you want a card. I'm going to call out the bottom of the list just for a second so you guys know I'm coming, but you're down there a bit. So King of GT, Joe L, Natalie S, Kimberly P. I'm coming. I'm just up at the top right this minute. And Sam, you are on the top with the prayer hands. Sam with the prayer hands. You're working with safety. Find your pocket. Okay, so it's okay to take cover sometimes. So find where your sanctuary is, find where your safe spot to witness what's going on is, and just take a little bit of a step back, okay? Heidi M., you're going to be working with grace this week. Everyone is connected. Okay, so Heidi, you're going to be wanting to really reach out to the people that you love, the relationships that you want to continue, having some grace for each other. If somebody's going through a hard time, having grace about that kind of thing. Okay. Taryn, you are working, Taryn and Vivian. Taryn, oh, I threw it in and shuffled. We got grace again. Okay. So something's requiring us to be connected, you guys, right now, but also like retreat from like the chaos. So just be aware that this is a week to offer grace. And sometimes grace means you don't offer your voice. Sometimes it means you just stay home and you just take your own deep breaths. Okay. Vivian, you're going to focus on comfort. Okay. Take it and give it. So give a little bit of comfort this week. Maybe go with that grace energy. You're going to be wanting to really put yourself in a place where you find the people who make you feel the most snuggled with, loved, seen, respected. Okay, focus on that. It's always good advice, right? All right, if you're just joining, hi. Type me, please, if you want a card. Mountain River Therapeutics, you are going to work on nurture. Okay, so take your own licks. This is time to just nurture your inner child, nurture your new projects, nurture those parts of you that want to, really um, be like held like a kitten, not held like a cat, right? There's just a difference. All right, Tommy, you're going to be working with wholeness, like Stephanie R. You're going to become all that you are, but you got to see fully yourself as you do that. Okay. So being willing to see, being willing to be really showing yourself all of who you are. And then, and sometimes that's shadow work, by the way, you guys. Sometimes we have to do a little bit of like looking in our own darkness. Midnight indigo helps with that, just to kind of give ourselves awareness of what might be driving us that's no longer serving us. Okay, so that wholeness really invites us to embrace all of ourselves kindly and compassionately. Jenny V, you're working with the watcher energy. Okay, step back, pay attention. Maybe don't be out in the open this week. Maybe don't even say a lot. Just watch and learn about what is going on. Okay, all right. Kalina K, friendship, care is there. Okay, so this week, kind of look to your friends, look to your helpers, look to the people who love you the most, and give them a minute to just, say hello, how grateful you are for the relationship, and, spend time with your friends. Okay, Nicole and Addison. Nicole, you want to find safety this week. Okay, little zip up in your pocket, go where you feel protected. You don't have to necessarily put yourself completely out in the harm's way just because somebody else is going through a hard time, right? Addison, you're going to want to focus on, I threw this third time's a charm on this one, you guys. So I'm going to pull the book out. But Nicole and Addison, you guys tend to get a lot of the similar messages. So I'm going to pull the book out just so that we can hear what the author of this deck says. All right. Not just what your guides are telling me. Okay. Thoughts to stalk, it says. Ready? When you feel unsafe, how do you seek safety and comfort? What tools help you create inner safety and protection from energy vampires and challenging environments? Okay, so watch out, you guys. Energy vampires and challenging environments. This is coming up for all of us this week. Third time's a charm, but Nicole and Addison, be especially protective of your own life force energy. Okay, Charlie and Ian. Okay, work with curiosity. Okay, worth the risk. He looks a little scared, right? But it's like, continue to just ask questions. Why am I here? What's going on really? That kind of thing. Okay, Charlie, for you, this focus is going to be expecting the best. When your expectations are good and high, that's what your brain will tell you to go find more of, right? And so therefore, it's not, the placebo effect, you guys, is not, it's an effect. It's truly a thing. When we believe something's going to work, it does often work. So, all right, Ian. Family, all in the pride. Okay, so you can see there's a little chihuahua there. So maybe just remember your place in the family this week, and not necessarily that even if you're kind of an outsider, you're not. You're all part of it. Okay. All right, Cara, Kai, and Tatiana. Cara, entitlement. Check your prima donna. Okay, so this week, just check where you may be feeling like everything has to be perfect, or that you have to be perfect in order for things to be acceptable or okay. Maybe let that go. See if that can be a thing. All right, Kai, you're going to work with prosperity. Have it all. Have a good week. Just enjoying all the good things you have. Lots of gratitude for all the amazingness in your life this week, okay? Tatiana, You're going on an exploration. Step outside your boundaries, okay? So just reach a little bit further than your comfort zones. Don't be shy. Be able to get yourself exploring in those fun places. You might find something really fun just a little bit past that comfort zone, okay? National Geographic, improvisation for you. Just make it up. You know, life is not really scripted anyways, right? And why not? Just let yourself have a good week where you just don't plan a lot. Just do you. Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you're working with focus. Eyes on the prize. Get yourself as focused as you can. Remember, though, that this week is not necessarily an action week. So just keep eye on the prize, but don't necessarily jump unless it's really, really time. Matthew, oh, I threw this back in. You guys both are doing this right now, okay? Focus. Eye on the prize. Okay, don't let yourself let up onto why you're doing what you're doing, okay? Denise S. Instigator, gotta start something, okay? So this might mean that you're just like, stirring up a project that needs to be stirred up, or you just don't accept status quo this week. It's a good week to just kind of be an instigator while the rest of us will watch, right? Okay. Tanya. Oh, sorry. Tanya, I'm coming to you next, but Robin first. Robin and Chris and Austin. Robin, independence for you. On your own. Do it yourself. You got this, okay? You can get yourself through. Rely on yourself first this week. Chris, equilibrium, okay? Find your balance. Do whatever you can to really keep your balance in check. Asking yourself, is this a balanced action or an imbalanced action? And maybe make a different decision if it's imbalanced. Austin, third time's a charm for expectations. Oh, right. So we get to be in safety, but expect the best. Here we go. Ready? Thoughts to stock for you guys. This is third time's a charm. So this is for all of us. Okay. And hi, if you're just joining, type me please if you want a card. Okay. Here you go. This is for all of us. What is something you'd like to confess? Oops. Sorry. Nope. That's not even it. Oh, that's funny. All right, here it is. What limiting thoughts have been preying on your mind? Can you replace them with visions of plenty? How do your expectations of others need to change to lead you astray in your relationships with them? How do your expectations that others need to change? Sorry, I obviously had trouble with that. What do you want to manifest for yourself this day, this week, this month, this year? Write it down. When you write goals down, it immediately starts to tell your brain to get to work on that problem. So, and the bigger the better. All right, where am I here? Let's see. Tanya B. I think I got everybody on okay. Tanya. Oh, you're working with the safety. Okay, so this is the fourth time we've seen safety, so I'll read some more for us. Okay, if you pounced on this card, you might be feeling a need to seek security, shelter, or safekeeping physically, emotionally, or spiritually. You may be called upon to provide protection for yourself or others, or need to ask someone or something to provide it for you. Okay? All right. For some reason, I feel like I might have accidentally skipped Austin and the Robin. Oh, no, because Chris got equilibrium. Okay. Never mind. The guides have got me. Okay, Christy, Kira, and Finn. Christy, flexibility. Stretch your limits. Go outside your comfort zone. Be a little bit more willing to see where your limitations are. Okay. Kira, third time's a charm for focus, you guys. So that means this is for all of us. Let's go to the thoughts to stock. Okay, for all of us this week, how are you different and also the same as your friends and family members in regard to what is most fulfilling to you? Claim your uniqueness. What helps you keep focused? A practice, a process, a system that works for you in attaining what you want most. Commit to that, okay? All right. Finn. Exploration for you too. Step outside your boundaries. Don't be shy. Find where you maybe are holding yourself back, okay? And don't hold yourself back. Go exploring. Hannah H. Expect the best, fourth time charm. So that's for all of us again. So everybody listen, listen, listen. Here we go. I'm going to read a little bit more. All right. If you pounced on this card, it means you may have something on the line you're hoping to pull in and land. This is a time for you to look at the energy you hold around what you want to show up in your life. Is your frame of mind that of dream catcher or dream dasher? Watch out. Have good expectations, you guys. Look into that. All right, Isabella, you're going to be aloof. Seek non-attachment. Don't be attached this week. Just let things go by. Pay attention to the thing that the things that are hooking you in, and just be like, nope, not hooking me in this week. Nice try, though. All right, Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, self-confidence, bump, 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 stand your ground. So give yourself a little time to just stand up for yourself. Okay. It's okay. Do it. You got it. Have your confidence in what you know. Donnie, for you this week, you're working with friendships. Okay. So care is there. Call your friends if you need to. Check in with your friends. See if your friends want to hang out a little more often. They probably are missing you too. Okay. All right. Let's see. Cynthia, you got assertive. Take your place at the table. Okay. So this is a week for you to give yourself a little bit more time to say, I belong here. I have a voice, and it's time for me to use that voice. Okay. Miranda Z. Exposed. Time to come clean. Okay. So if there's something that you need to confess to or talk to somebody about, it would be a good week to do that, especially since we're clearing the air, clearing our minds, having a little safety, that kind of stuff. So just go ahead and let yourself see the truth. Lisa, you're working on assertive too. Take your place at the table. Okay. So that's for Lisa C. You're going to be working on taking your place, being assertive about what your place is, and just expect the best, like we've been being told. Okay. Janice, you got equilibrium. Find your balance. Okay. So work with that as much as you can, really knowing what throws you off and making different choices around those things. Okay. And just if you're feeling off, just kind of acknowledge maybe it's time to slow down and notice and figure that out. Aaron T, you're working with retreating energy. Stop the spin. Okay. So just relax. Just get back for a minute. Don't be stuck around all the extra. Okay. All right. King of GT. I finally got you. See, I told you I was coming. All right. Here we go. King of GT. You're working with a grudge. Okay. Bury, don't carry. It'll only make you miserable. Okay. So let those grudges be known and cleared. All right. Forgiveness is for you, not for them. Okay. Kimberly P. Third time's a charm for the grace, you guys. Everyone is connected. So let's just see what this is about. I'm going to pull up the little stocks to stock because it's for all of us. All right. Here we go. Ready? What does grace mean to you? Have you experienced moments of grace? Who and what was present in that experience? Let someone know that they have graced your life. Okay. So a little connection, a little graciousness with the safety and expecting the best. Juan Carlos. Oh, friendship third time's a charm, you guys. Care is there. This is for all of us too. Care is there. Make an inventory of what you would like to experience in your friendships and others, and ask yourself if you're providing that in return. Identify a friend you care about and believe you've offended. Make amends. You may discover that they were not offended, but you've been carrying that thought as a personal burden for far too long. When seeking new friends, participate in social or cultural activities you enjoy that are interactive, but be on the lookout for who you'd like to know more about. Invite them to lunch or a walk. Spend time asking questions and listening rather than talking about yourself. All right, there we go. Friendships, care is there. Natalie S. Just be. Choose non-action. Just roll over on your back and look at the sky and see the clouds go by this week. Okay, just Joelle. Okay. Truth. Let it show. Okay. So if you picked 3 at the beginning, it's doubling down, but basically it's okay to speak the truth. It's okay to be in your truth. And it's okay to tell yourself that you have the energy that you need to be seen and heard. Okay. All right, Hillary. Ooh, curiosity. Ooh, look at his face. Ah. Okay, worth the risk though. So give yourself a chance to just see yourself in that space of, it's worth risk, nothing venture, nothing gained kind of thing. Okay. Griffin, work on your grudges. Okay, you and King of GT. Don't carry, don't bury. It's sometimes it's hard to forgive people when they've done something that you can't forget about, right? But it's really, when you can bring yourself to a neutral understanding, it really does help heal you. Birdie, you're working with aloofness, seek non-action. Whatever's bugging you this week, just go, I see you and I'm not playing. Okay. All right, Crystal, retreat, stop the spin. Okay, so get back and give yourself a moment to just be like, I'm not doing it. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. All right, if you're still hanging out there and you haven't me pleased me and you want a card for the week, be sure to ask me. We are doing cards for the week. I'm going to do one for my husband who often watches this. Oh, improvise. Just make it up. Just go along with it. Have some fun. Be silly. Let the energies shift because of your silliness. Okay. All right. Let me just summarize while we're coming down on the clock. And just a reminder, you guys, I'm now only on YouTube doing this. I do post some clips back on Instagram and TikTok, but this is where I do the live readings every Sunday for the most part. So come see me here. If you subscribe and hit the bell button, you'll get notification of when I'm going live. Okay, let's review. This is what the week is bringing us. Ready? We are wanting to expect the best. Okay, so look where you're not. Look where you're looking for the things that are causing problems. Have a little bit of focus. Okay, keep your eye on the prize. Remember, you bring something unique to the solution. Have some grace. Everyone's connected, so try not to be judgmental of each other. Reach out to those friends, make new friends this week. And finally, do find a sense of safety. Find where you feel like you can be held and respected. Okay? So, expectation, focus, grace, friendship, and safety. All put together to tell you guys that you're okay. You're going to have a good week. And this week, though, the mind might be driving us a little bit extra crazy. And I want you to work on those thought processes a little bit. Okay. So when I help people with their belief systems, and actually I have a coaching club kind of coming up where we're going to work this through. But I ask people to go further with their fears and their thoughts and expectations. So like, let's say you say, I really want this to happen. Okay, why? What do you think that's going to do for you? Well, I think it's going to create this. Okay, then what does that do? And do that more than is comfortable. Like ask yourself those questions longer than maybe feels like rational, because you're going to come to some irrational links that actually don't make any sense. So for example, let's say I really want to launch a new class, and I believe that if I launch a new class, that will make me more visible in the world and make more of an impact. But then I keep following it, and there's fears there that I'm going to be exposed and seen in a way that doesn't feel good, or somebody's going to tell me I'm bad, or something bad's going to happen to me because I'm exposed. I may not take that leap because my subconscious has all those fears playing in the background. And if I don't know it, I won't know how to address it. So if I start talking to myself about my situation in a very honest, thread-like way, I might be able to disconnect some of the untruths around what I'm creating from. Okay. So that's just one example, but hopefully that helps you guys kind of look into yourselves this week. I appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me. Just a reminder, we used the Cosmic Cat Wisdom cards and the Yantra deck today, and go be amazing.